Hey there, you're with Salty, and we're on the deck with a Fender Player Series Telecaster received from Music Corp about 30 minutes ago. There's two parts to this video. The first part, we're going to talk about the condition of this second-hand instrument, pre-loved, whatever you want to call it. The second part, we're going to talk about what this instrument does, how it sounds. So if you're completely happy with what a Telecaster does, you can watch the first part and then just go and hire an instrument. If you're curious about what this instrument can do for you, then stick around and we'll have a bit of a listen. As you can see, there's no obvious signs of wear and tear. This is a 2018 model, so you can expect that it's been in circulation about 18 months, maybe 2 years tops. Player Series have the 3-ply scratch plate. Previous models didn't have that. It's string through body, which is apparently a little bit better for sustain, and you can see on the back of the instrument the 6 ferrules there that seat the strings, and there's no obvious belt or buckle rash on the back of the guitar, which is normally a clear indication that the instrument's been well used and used often. You're got your jeans on, got your belt on, you're rocking out, and you make a mess of the back of the guitar. The front of the instrument, you can see there's a Telecaster sort of period correct saddle plate and saddles. They're Fender stamp belt steel, as I said before, with single coils, both neck and bridge. All looks pretty good to me. The selector, 3-way brass, feels solid, feels good. Master volume, master tone, no rust, no mess. Telecaster style milled metal knobs, and they are metal. There's no plastic on this guitar, apart from the scratch plate, of course. Headstock, it's in great nick as well. String tree is in place, no rust or mess. Strings around sort of factory standard 4 winds per string, which is a great thing. They aren't locking tuners, they're just standard Fender style tuners, but again, no issues. The input jack, no mess around the input jack, no accidental stabs into the wood or anything. Look, the Telecaster bowl input jack, if you want to call it, is kind of a spring clip jack. They're prone to failure over time, and I'm talking a significant amount of time. This instrument's been around a while, but it's easily replaced and easily fixed. StewMac and the like have replacement kits for these that are about $10. But this one's in good nick and it does the job. Neck is finished in gloss, which, some would argue a little bit brighter. There's no visible fretwear. Strings are in great nick. The neck is finished in satin. Satin, the idea there being that if you're an on-stage musician sweating under those lighting cans, as you often do, your hand doesn't get bound up in the gloss finish on the neck like it would with, say, a Mustang or something like that. But no, great finish. Fender stamp neck plate. Everybody wants Fender stamp neck plate on their Fender. My Jazzmaster doesn't have the big F on the neck plate. I'm dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it well, but I'm dealing with it. But that's a nice touch. This is the only visible signs of player usage that I could find on the guitar, and I had to take this photo at a lot of different angles just to get that plectrum scratching to show up. So that's probably a really good thing. But no, it's great. Tuners, Fender stamped, or all your nylon washers are in place. It's often a problem with older instruments. Not so much with this one. In great nick. You can see it's made in Mexico, and the year of manufacture is 2018. The rest of the numbers are only visible inside Fender as to exactly what they mean. But we can see Mexican 2018. So in the second part of the video, we'll go and plug this thing in and see what it can do. Super versatile instrument, and as it shipped, as it looked like a new instrument. It honestly did. But there you go. Hey there, you're with Salty. We're now on the rug with Tim Stewart. Tim, some context as to why you're sitting in that chair with that guitar instead of me. 1990 through to 1996, dropped about 4 albums with Screenfeeder.
Yep.
Yep. I think December the 7th, 1996. Bowlerpalooza, Milton.
Wow, you've got a good memory.
I asked you to play a song, I think, and I've got some props here.
Oh, here we go.
From this album, Burn Out Your Name.
Yeah.
Asked you to play Fingers and Toes because it was my son's birthday.
Wow.
He was born on that day.
There you go.
Heaps of albums up to that point. A little bit of a hiatus in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
We had families, we had jobs, things
Yeah.
like that. And
You're
then
disillusioned with music.
yeah, very much so. Back on the scene, sort of 2008, another album drops, 2010. 2014's a collaborative project, and I call it a collaborative project. We All Want To,
Yeah.
and the album, what was the album called?
Come Up Invisible.
Come Up Invisible. I think I've got another prop actually.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. There we are. Come Up Invisible, signed by Tim. Great album, absolutely fantastic. And then Derek Mudge pops in a couple of times. I saw a photo from, I think, a We All Want To recording session. There's a guitar rack, a gun rack,
Yeah.
if you call it. It's probably about 6 or 7
That's
Telecasters
right.
on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
I think there was
right.
one offset there as well. I
Yeah.
made comment on that. At some point in this 30-plus year creative journey, that instrument, the Telecaster, has become your go-to.
Quite accidentally.
Really?
As often are these things, yeah. Like,
Why is
so back in 93, remember the band Not From There?
Yeah.
Heinz, I didn't own a guitar at the time, I'd smashed all my guitars. Heinz had a Tele Deluxe,
Yep.
which he'd lend me every time we played together. And I kind of fell in love with it, and I said to him, dude, if you ever see another one of those guitars, please can you get it for me? I'm going to keep an eye out as well. Sure enough, the next month he found one on, I don't know what the platform was, but then
Probably Trading Post, yeah.
got it for $1,300 from the Gold Coast, and in the end, that's the rest of it, as I say, it's history.
And the difference between the deluxe and the standard, to clarify, we've split the pickups, haven't we? We've got a volume and a tone for each of the 2 pickups on the
Yes,
deluxe.
there are 4 knobs,
Yep.
both the big wide range humbuckers, and I typically play down on the bridge, but
Yep.
the neck's great for recording sometimes as well.
Yeah.
And they're a guitar with a lot of personality. Like, they don't often sound the same as each other, even if they come from the same run, for example. So mine's got this very honky mid-range, which ended up becoming the sort of Screenfeeder sound.
Yep.
In a way.
Yeah. And marries well with fuzz and gain. It seems to really.
Yeah.
My recollection is that when you hit that stomp box, things really open up. And is that a personality of your guitar? I've had issues before where you jump on a fuzz or whatever and you tend to disappear.
Yeah, I think I've just learned over the years you've got to really hit the level hard, because
Yep.
it does disappear because it compresses the sound, and often it scoops the middle out, but I avoid pedals which do that, so I go for pedals which really retain the mid-range.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Well, we're into a Fender Machete.
Yeah.
We've got your front of house here on the floor. Polytune tuner, a fuzz, the box of rock, and...
Mirror Black Secrets, that's a rat clone.
Nice. And half the size of a rat and
Yeah.
uses a normal...
Basically, like, We All Want To went on tour in like maybe 2012, and we were in Melbourne, and the guy we were staying with had one, and me and Derek both played it for 5 minutes, and we both went, we got to get one.
Get one of these.
Yeah.
I think Derek had one on his board. One of the boat cruisers, actually. You remember the boat cruisers?
Yes, yeah.
So I was talking to Derek. He'd modded a couple of pedals that I was interested in.
Right.
He had one of those on his board. A couple of Dan Electro pedals.
Oh, that's right.
He was playing with a bit. So, well, without further ado, I'll just let you do what you want to do with that instrument and that amplifier.
Well, I'll just fart around on it for a while and play some just chordy stuff, and then get a bit dirty maybe. And I might put it into different tuning at some point as well.
Go for it.
The neck end's beautiful.
Yeah, it is, isn't
it's
it?
so smooth, it's buttery. Yeah. off that. Just give it a bit of gain with the box of rock. Responsive, quick sort of thing. Yeah, it's real nice. And if you send the tone back a little, what do you get? Try with a bit of actual fuzz.
Very nice.
I might give it a quick retune if you don't.
Yeah,
mind.
go for it.
Into like one of the Spring Peter tunings where
we can chop that out.
We we just go to this double A string thing so it really rings out heaps.
It's a bit of a drone.
Oh, a massive drone, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So where are we at? What do we tune to?
Oh, we got E, A, D, A, A, E.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, 3 A strings on the guitar. The open is more or less an open D. And you can play just 3 shape bars.
Yeah, nice little power
just
chord.
2 like that. And
Big
all ring out.
Oh, yep.
So that's like a lot of. That's the sort of
There's something.
thing.
Yeah. We're in Sonic Youth territory. Nice.
I'll try with the box of the Moore.
Sounds somewhat familiar, Tim.
Yeah, you might know that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so yeah, it's mega easy guitar to play.
Yeah.
Really lovely neck.
This is probably the top of the line Mexican stuff. So it's before you get into the $2,500 US stuff. And I think from a price point, they're around $1,100.
Wow, that's great.
They're pretty reliable instrument.
I've got a late 90s standard American Tele.
Yep.
Which is much more scoop sounding than this. So it's got a very big woofy bottom, and it hasn't got much in the middle. This has got more of an even spread. I feel, Yeah. But for the price, awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Amazing. And it's second hand. And does it look second hand?
Oh, is that second hand?
Yeah, man. That's been hired out before.
Wow, it looks brand new.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So it's
Yeah.
a great neck. I think
Wow.
great option, especially,
Yeah.
you know, if you're you and I have both learnt over the years, if you're starting out, it's probably best to spend $1,000 than it is to spend 200, because you're going to get, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So if you can get into a quality instrument around that $1,000 mark, and you'll have it for life most likily.
Yeah, and it just makes playing tons easier. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to fight against the guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like you don't have to just stand there struggling. You can just enjoy. You know.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep. And that's what it is. It's about enjoyment. Anything else you want to do, or would you like to pull it up?
I guess I could just put it into like crazy, stupid sustainy lead mode.
Let's
just,
go.
See what happens there. So that will be.
It's the only thing we haven't done.
I'll just put it back into normal.
It's freshly strung too. I think we're running elixirs.
Oh, nice. 1046.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always nice coming to 10s because I play 11s, so it's just come 10s and everything's so easy. I'm actually probably thinking about going back. I don't even know why I made the jump, but yeah. So where do I go with this? I think I just give that a bit of summing and a bit of that maybe. So yeah, it does the job. It does the job.
And that's all you want from your equipment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got to do the job.
Absolutely. I love it. Wow, it's great.
All right, man. I would thank you from here
Wow,
for coming
no problem.
over.
Is there anything else you want me to play or anything?
No, man.
No?
Whatever you're comfortable with. You want to...
I don't know. I'm pretty much... I don't know. I consider jamming around.
We've proven the point. There's nothing wrong with the instrument.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, real nice.
Or your front of house.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
Cheers.
All right.
Alrighty.
See you, man.